2013, St. Petersburg, Russia. A young woman decides to completely reinvent herself in Europe. She adopts a new name, Anna Delvey, a German heiress that doesn't exist. By 2014, she arrives in New York with a completely fabricated identity ready. She stays at the most exclusive luxury hotels for months without paying. She spends over $275,000 in fraud schemes. But her real, actual name is Anna Sorokin, from a small Russian town. She was actually originally born in Domodedovo, a small Russian industrial city near Moscow. Her father was a truck driver, her mother a small store owner. For 4 years, she fooled New York completely into believing her story. This is the story of the Russian impostor who acted with such absolute certainty of being a rich German heiress that for 4 years, New York preferred believing her. Anna Vadimovna Sorokin was officially born on January 23, 1991, in Domodedovo, a small industrial working-class Russian city located just outside Moscow itself. Her father, Vadim Sorokin, was a modest truck driver, working long, extremely difficult hours across the vast rural Russian countryside daily for basic income. Her mother, Anna Sorokin, actively managed a small local convenience store selling everyday household items in their modest working-class Russian neighborhood community every day. The Sorokin family lived together modestly in a simple 3-bedroom apartment inside a Soviet-era concrete building, surrounded by many identical residential concrete blocks nearby. Young Anna showed very early clear signs of deep dissatisfaction with her modest surroundings and demonstrated intense, obsessive fascination with Western European luxury fashion magazines. She spent countless hours reading fashion magazines including Vogue and Harper's Bazaar that she carefully borrowed from local Russian libraries as a lonely teenager. These fashion magazines showed her a completely different, beautiful world of extreme wealth, sophistication, and social access that seemed impossibly distant from Domodedovo. In 2007, when Anna Sorokin was exactly 16 years old, the entire family moved together to Eschweiler, a small industrial town in western Germany. Vadim Sorokin found stable full-time work as a heating and cooling systems installer, while Alyona focused on managing their modest new German household daily. Anna attended a local German public high school, where she struggled significantly to fit in socially, with much wealthier European classmates around her constantly. She was extremely shy, initially spoke only very limited German, and felt an intense burning shame about her family's modest working-class Russian origins. But she was also brilliantly observant, watching very carefully how wealthy families spoke, dressed, and moved through elegant spaces with practiced casual entitlement. In 2011, at exactly age 20, Anna Sorokin moved to London to study fashion design at the prestigious Central St. Martin's Art and Design School. Central St. Martin's was one of the most exclusive fashion schools globally, attended primarily by children of European aristocracy and internationally wealthy families. Anna quickly discovered that she could not compete economically with her extremely wealthy classmates, who traveled extensively and constantly wore expensive designer clothing daily. She dropped out of Central St. Martin's after only 1 semester, feeling completely overwhelmed by the constant, intense social and severe economic pressure there. In 2013, Anna moved to Paris and began an unpaid internship at Purple magazine, a small, very edgy fashion publication with genuine cultural cachet. At Purple magazine, Anna began experimenting seriously with a new invented persona, telling colleagues she was actually a wealthy German heiress named Anna Delvey. The name Anna Delvey was completely invented and had absolutely no legal or genealogical connection to any real German aristocratic family whatsoever documented. But Anna committed absolutely to the character. with total, absolute certainty that impressed everyone at Purple magazine and in the surrounding Paris social scene. She began dressing exclusively in extremely expensive designer clothing, purchased with money that everyone assumed came from her wealthy fictional German family inheritance funds. She invited industry colleagues to expensive, lavish dinners which she paid for with multiple credit cards. She was quietly struggling to keep active daily. She started developing an extensive Instagram presence, documenting her seemingly glamorous European life at high-end restaurants, exclusive fashion shows, and elite private parties. The Instagram account became critically important because it provided constant visual social proof of her carefully fabricated identity to everyone who checked it online. In 2014, Anna Sorokin made the strategic decision to relocate permanently to New York City, where she believed her performance would find larger audiences. She initially arrived at the ultra-luxurious 11 Howard Hotel, located in trendy Soho, and stayed there continuously for many months without ever actually paying. The hotel staff assumed her wealthy fictional father would eventually wire the money for her extended stay whenever her patient assistants arranged everything eventually. Anna deliberately cultivated an extensive social circle of extremely wealthy young New Yorkers, artists, tech founders, hedge fund managers, and fashion industry insiders. She generously paid for everyone at exclusive, expensive restaurants, using her personal credit cards and stacks of $100 cash bills theatrically shown. Her theatrical generosity was constantly remembered. Her true, real financial situation was never questioned because it would have been socially awkward to ask. She traveled very frequently on private jets and expensive commercial first-class flights, always through arrangements that seemed to happen mysteriously in the background. She stayed exclusively at premium suites in the most expensive luxury hotels in every single city she visited during her extended international travels regularly. In 2016, Anna developed her most ambitious grand plan yet, the creation of the Anna Delvey Foundation, an exclusive, private, members-only arts club project. The Anna Delvey Foundation was carefully designed to be a $22 million private club, combining contemporary art galleries, restaurants, and exclusive members' quarters. Anna spent an entire full year meeting with real estate developers, top New York architects, financial advisors, and prestigious potential investors continuously across the city. She showed everyone very convincing financial documents, supposedly demonstrating her €60 million personal trust fund, carefully managed by her wealthy German family patriarchs. The documents were completely fabricated, but they were extremely convincing because Anna had meticulously studied real estate finance conventions in obsessive extreme detail daily. Anna approached City National Bank requesting a preliminary $22 million loan to formally acquire the Church Missions House building for her foundation. She provided a letter supposedly from UBS Switzerland confirming her €60 million trust fund, available as collateral for the substantial loan financing. City National Bank began investigating the letter's authenticity, and Anna eventually withdrew her formal loan application before the bank could formally reject her completely. But she had already successfully obtained approximately $100,000 in bank fees and various operational expenses that were never returned to her. Anna also approached Fortress Investment Group, a very prestigious investment firm, requesting substantial financing for the ambitious Anna Delvey Foundation building acquisition project. Fortress required Anna to pay a $50,000 due diligence fee as standard procedure before beginning formal loan review of her ambitious project. Anna paid the required $50,000 fee, but the money came from City National Bank credit that she had already successfully obtained fraudulently before. Fortress eventually rejected the loan application after discovering serious inconsistencies in Anna's financial documentation, but she had already extracted valuable time and social reputation. Anna continued living lavishly at expensive luxury hotels throughout New York City, extending her stays repeatedly without ever making any actual full formal payments. She stayed at the exclusive Beekman Hotel, the ultra-luxurious 11 Howard, and other extremely expensive premium properties for weeks or entire months continuously without paying. The hotels initially accepted her repeated promises to pay because she genuinely seemed to have no logical reason to defraud them at that point. But the accumulated hotel bills reached tens of thousands of dollars unpaid, and eventually the luxury hotels began demanding immediate payment for her stays. Anna would continuously move from one luxury hotel to another when they formally demanded payment, leaving behind massive unpaid bills that grew each single time. In May 2017, Anna organized what would become her most disastrous crime, an extremely expensive trip to Marrakesh, Morocco with her personal friends. The group traveled together to Morocco to stay at La Mamounia, one of the most expensive luxury hotels in the world at that time. Anna promised to cover absolutely all the vacation expenses for everyone in the group, as part of her performed wealthy heiress generous identity strategically. But when the substantial bills arrived at the end of the vacation, Anna claimed her credit cards were mysteriously being blocked by her bank suddenly. She asked her close friend, Rachel Deloach Williams, who worked as a Vanity Fair magazine photo editor then, to temporarily cover expenses using her cards. Rachel personally covered approximately $62,000 in vacation expenses using her personal credit card, believing Anna would repay her within just a few days. But Anna never repaid the money owed, and Rachel spent months desperately trying to collect what her supposed close friend actually owed her back. In October 2017, Rachel Williams finally decided to formally contact the New York District Attorney's Office to formally report Anna Delvey's ongoing fraud schemes officially. The New York District Attorney's Office had actually already been actively investigating Anna Delvey for months due to various complaints filed by luxury hotels. Anna's overall financial situation had completely collapsed by late 2017, and she was already living precariously with several different people in temporary places nightly. On October 3, 2017, New York Police Department officers officially arrested Anna at a rehabilitation facility in California, where she was actively attempting to hide. She had checked herself into a rehabilitation center specifically to attempt to avoid arrest, but the police found her documented location quickly through cell phone tracking. Anna was formally extradited back to New York and charged with numerous felony fraud counts, including grand larceny, theft of services, and attempted grand larceny. The bail was formally set at $10,000, but Anna could not raise the required money and remained detained at Rikers Island for months. Her Manhattan criminal trial officially began on March 20, 2019, in New York State Supreme Court, in front of Judge Diane Kiesel, formally presiding officially. The trial became a massive worldwide media sensation, covered by every major publication, because of the fascinating combination of fraud, class, and social media dynamics. Anna arrived at every court appearance, dressed in expensive designer clothing that she had specifically arranged to be delivered daily to Rikers Island by others. Her defense strategy was truly fascinating from a psychological perspective. Her attorney, Todd Spodek, argued Anna genuinely believed she would eventually make the money back. Spodek argued Anna was not technically a criminal, but rather an aspiring young entrepreneur who had merely miscalculated her personal timing and available financing options. The prosecution methodically presented extensive evidence of numerous fabricated financial documents, unpaid luxury hotel bills, and multiple elaborate deceived business partners and personal friends. Rachel Williams testified formally as a key prosecution witness, describing in painful emotional detail how her personal friendship with Anna had completely destroyed her financially. After only 12 total hours of jury deliberation, the New York jury found Anna Sorokin guilty on 8 of the 10 felony counts against her. On May 9, 2019, Anna Sorokin was formally sentenced to serve between 4 and 12 years in New York State Prison for the criminal charges. She was also ordered by the court to pay approximately $199,000 in formal restitution. to all her identified fraud victims combined. The judge sternly commented during the formal sentencing that Anna was clearly overwhelmed by the unrealistic false riches of New York City social life culture. Anna served her prison sentence at Albion Correctional Facility in western upstate New York, continuing to give exclusive interviews and carefully manage her public image. She sold her exclusive life rights to Netflix for $320,000 for the production of the successful Inventing Anna television series. Netflix released the successful streaming series Inventing Anna in February 2022, created by prestigious producer Shonda Rhimes with a massive global marketing budget behind it. Julia Garner played Anna Delvey brilliantly in the massively successful streaming production, earning her a nomination for the Primetime Emmy Award for Outstanding Performance categories. The show quickly became one of Netflix's biggest global hits of the entire year 2022, streamed by tens of millions of people worldwide across countries. Anna Sorokin became a genuinely worldwide cultural phenomenon during that entire year, discussed extensively across social media, fashion publications, and countless business podcasts globally. Her name quickly became truly synonymous with a specific type of highly ambitious millennial fraud, enabled primarily by social media performance and strategic networking, cleverly. She was released early from her New York State prison term in February 2021, due to her documented consistent good behavior throughout the entire sentence. But her immediate freedom was extremely short-lived, because Immigration and Customs Enforcement immediately arrested her for staying in the country illegally beyond her expired visa. Anna spent approximately 18 additional months in detention at various Immigration and Customs Enforcement facilities, awaiting a formal deportation hearing to Germany or Russia. In October 2022, she was formally released on personal recognizance under strict New York house arrest conditions and required to wear an ankle monitor daily. Anna began actively selling her original artwork online for thousands of dollars per piece, becoming a genuine, successful contemporary artist during her extended house arrest. She started an active podcast, gained millions of dedicated social media followers, and continued to actively promote her cultivated public image as a cultural figure. Her infamous criminal fraud case had been formally transformed through massive cultural attention into something entirely different, a form of controversial celebrity worth documented money. New York had once completely fallen for Anna Delvey, the fictional invented heiress. Then popular culture ultimately fell for Anna Sorokin, the transformed convicted felon. The first lesson is about how absolute performed certainty can completely substitute for authentic institutional credentials in social systems built primarily on informal verification methods. The second lesson is about how modern social media specifically rewards precisely the exact performative confidence that traditional criminal fraud requires structurally to succeed effectively. The third lesson is truly the hardest to accept honestly. Sometimes cultural spectators end up rewarding successful fraudsters more generously than they punish them formally. This is the story of the impostor, who acted with absolute certainty of being someone else and made an entire city choose to believe her. If you choose to witness their stories, subscribe to Rise and Ruin. Next, we follow another empire from glory to dust.